Hello once again, everyone. Over the last couple of weeks, I've made several unboxing videos of various DACs that I've purchased for potential use within one of my systems. Now, most people who are into audio realize that DACs generally sound very, very similar to each other, but they're not exactly the same. They do have subtle differences between them that can really be extracted depending on the context of the system in which they're being used. Now, of the four DACs that I've purchased, they all have their strengths and weaknesses, but I'm not 100% satisfied with any of them in the context of the given system in which they're going to be used. Now, bear in mind that the system has to be looked at as all a single unit. So everything does have to work together. So I realize these shortcomings are not just shortcomings of the DACs themselves, but in fact of the peripheral equipment with which I'm using them. Now, that said, I want to get off the DAC merry-go-round. I don't want to keep buying DAC after DAC after DAC in hopes of finding something that just happens to click with the system in which I'm going to use it. So I thought about it for a little while and I decided to take a little bit of a pivot. And so last night I went out and I purchased this here, Fosi Audio GR70. The Fosi Audio GR70 is a tube headphone amplifier, but it doubles as a preamplifier as well. So I decided to give it a go. I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe I can inject a little bit of sonic flavor that I feel is lacking with all of the DACs that I've purchased so far. So I thought I'd make one more unboxing video of this Fosi Audio GR70, and we'll take it away from here. Once again, very nice box as per all the Fosi products I purchased recently. Let's take a look at what's inside. So, comes with a little manual like this. I'm not a fan of these tiny little manuals like this. I'd rather see a nicer full-size manual that's printed on some nice cardstock or what have you, like you do get with the FIO products. But I mean, this will do the trick. I mean, it's all you really need, but I would prefer nicer literature than this. But if it's saving money, we'll stick with that. What else do we have? We have the wall wart that's going to be used as its power supply. It's a cheap wall wart. You can feel it. There's no weight to it, but it's all right. It'll get the job done. Now this amplifier takes 4 tubes, two 5654Ws and two 6AC7s. I'm not sure which is which, but here's what one of the set of tubes looks like. I've never seen tubes that look like this where you don't actually see the glass portion of them, but this is how some of the tubes look. And then you have the other tubes, which are the standard looking sort of glass bulb type tubes. And that's these ones here. If I can pull that out without breaking it, would be nice. So here we go. It's these tubes here. You can take a look. And I believe these to be the 6AC7s. Now, tubes do get very hot when they're in operation. So, along with the tubes, there are tube protectors to screw into the unit around the tubes so that you don't burn your fingers in the event you happen to touch one of those tubes while it's in operation. Besides that, let's move on to the main event, and that's the amp itself. So the amp has a lot of weight to it, I can tell you right off the bat. So it feels very, very solid. I really like the machined aluminum that Fosi's been using. It's very nicely done. It has a very good weight to it. It has nice design. I like the aluminum. It's very heavy aluminum, and it looks quite nice. It's got its volume control right here, and it has a very supple feel to it. I can tell you right now. On the front, you'll see there is a high and low impedance switch depending on the type of headphones that you use. There's a 1/4-inch headphone jack here, a 3.5mm headphone jack here. Nice thing, it also has bass and treble controls here. I'm not a fan of using bass and treble controls, but I wouldn't mind. I'm not opposed to using them to some small degree if the need arises. On the side, you can see a bunch of cutouts here, and that is for heat dissipation because these tubes will get a little bit warm in operation. On the back, you can see very nice RCA jacks. So we've got a couple of RCA inputs here and a couple of outputs here. And aside from that, you do have the barrel plug, the DC 12 volt barrel plug for power here. So all in all, it looks like a very solid product. I like the look of it, and I am really itching to try it out tonight and see how it performs. First with my headphones, and then later in the context of the system that I'm going to be using with one of the new DACs. Of course, I'm going to integrate it in between the DAC and the amplifier and use this as a preamplifier. I may plug it into the main in on the integrated amplifier that I use, but I also may try it in a line in, a variable line in, and that's just play a little bit of use a little bit of caution in terms of the adjusting the volume on both pieces. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see how this goes, and I'm really hoping that this will inject just the right amount of flavor that I'm looking for. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.